Hi everyone, it's Alan Nygren, Executive Director of the New Jersey International Film Festival, which will be taking place at Rutgers University this summer. Our 20th anniversary New Jersey International Film Festival will be taking place May 30th to June 14th on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday evenings. Location is Voorhees Hall. It's located next to the Zimmerli Art Museum. It's a beautiful space, seats 250 people, stadium seating, cushy chairs, new high-definition system. Plus, we get free food courtesy of Jimmy John's for all of the screenings. Today, we have the first of our filmmaker interviews for this season, and we have the added benefit of not only having a filmmaker, but one of the actors in the film. The film is called Forever Into Space. It's directed by Greg Locke, who's here. Hi, Greg.
Hello.
And also, we have Oliver. Oliver's last name is?
Fetter.
Fetter. Because I want to say Ollie, because your character in the film is also Ollie.
Yep.
Well, the film Forever Into Space is a really, really wonderful film. Focuses on a young blogger, Audrey, trying to make her way in New York City and trying to get employed. Tell us a little bit about your film, Greg.
Yeah, so I always wanted to live in New York, and it feels impossible when you're from Indiana. So I finally made it here. Some people here saw my first film and convinced me to move here. And my first year here was just sort of learning the city and how it worked and how I fit in. And I just took all that experience, all that knowledge, and I guess I wanted to make like a movie about New York from an outsider perspective. I thought that'd be an interesting thing to do.
Tell us about how you got into filmmaking.
So I was a writer. I wrote about film and music for a long time professionally. And I was always trying to write screenplays and failing miserably. And it just kind of clicked finally. I figured it out, how to do it, how it worked for me. And I was still writing bad screenplays. They were still not good, but eventually I wrote a couple I liked and I got some confidence. And from there I just started to play around with cameras and make music videos for friends and, you know, art films and eventually a documentary. So.
But this film is a feature film, and it focuses on basically 4 young people who are in their 20s trying to find their way. It focuses on Audrey, who's played by Kelly Sebastian. And Kelly is the focal point, but is not the only character in the film. She ends up shacking up with Juliana. And I think she's going to be another foil in the film that kind of is different from Audrey. Tell us about how you ended up selecting these people as types within your film, like Ollie and Tyler.
Yeah, just really just sort of based on people I met that first year. Yeah, just took little pieces from different people, and people operating like at different levels of desperation sort of were the people I focused on.
I mean, your film has been compared to Manhattan, Woody Allen's Manhattan. How do you feel about that?
I think visually, yeah, there was someone compared it to that.
I mean, New York City is also one of the stars of the film. I mean,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's our lead character, the city, pretty much. As much as it is like Audrey's story and she holds the arc together, the city is kind of the focus.
So did you interview Ollie at the Whole Foods cafe?
Yeah, I met Ollie a couple times at Whole Foods.
Yeah. How many interviews did you have to go through? I mean,
I made everyone meet with me at least 3 times, once to just get a feel for them, get their history. Second time we did, we improv'd, right, with Kelly, I think?
Yeah, I think so.
And then we met, and I had to make sure you were, like, for real.
And when you say that this film was made for less than $900, my jaw drops.
Yeah, thank you.
I mean, it looks like a multi-million-dollar film.
Thank
the
you.
cinematography is so sharp. You guys look great, and you know the music is really interesting.
Cool.
And you know it plays like a non-conventional film that you would see in the multiplex, which is really something that we want to champion.
Yeah.
A film that's made by real people about real people.
Yeah.
And I think that comes through in your film. Are there any elements that you wish you could have redone or added to once you've seen the film now finished?
Yeah, like I don't know. Jim Jarmusch doesn't watch his movies once they're done because you're always going to be seeing things you would change, right?
Right.
I've gotten to that point now where it's hard to watch it because
Really?
there's a million just little things I could have done better, differently, but doing like directing and camera, doing several things at once, you can't do any of them all the way right. So.
Yeah. And Kelly Sebastian was going to be the most important element to your film. How did you find her?
Another casting call on the internet. She showed up, and You'll meet her at the actual
That's right,
screening.
that's right.
Yeah, she's impressive, and I could tell right away she was a cinephile. She worked at Kim's Video.
And she
during
knew
Kim's
about Dogma
heyday, and
95.
She walked right in and mentioned Dogma 95, and my apartment's like a video store. And when she walked in, she just freaked out, and I was like, this is my kind of person.
Yeah, yeah, great, great.
Can I borrow this? Can I borrow this? Yeah.
Well, it is a lot like a Dogma 95 film. There's no special effects,
Yeah.
really. It's really very straightforward, and there's no embellishments, and I really like that, too.
And I love the idea of the Dogma 95. We kind of
As a
altered how,
treaty.
yeah, as a jumping off point. But
Excellent. Any favorite moments for you, Oliver?
All of the eating of various things that I did in the film. I will say the one favorite moment I have is when I'm getting sick. That was a really interesting scene to film. And
The one with the garbage can?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was doing some method acting.
Tell us a little bit more about the role. Were there any scenes that you really, really hated doing?
No, I don't think I really hated any of the scenes. I really loved working with Greg, and there was a lot of scenes that I loved. It was such a great experience. Probably the dancing was my favorite.
I think you could tell.
Yeah.
What about the skateboarding?
Oh, I skateboard almost every day.
Yeah,
so
I
that
could
was
tell
so
that you were
natural.
not a novice, and
Yeah.
you were very good at it, too.
Yeah.
And I thought when you had to meet this guy and your skateboard to him, that also was really, really incredible.
Yeah. There was a lot of similarities from the character that he wrote to just my
To real
everyday
life.
life. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was one of the strong points of the film, is that you're so believable, you forget that you're watching a movie. You really feel as if you're in these people's bedrooms, living rooms,
good.
outside the front stoop. I mean, it really felt real, and
That's the best compliment I think we could get.
yeah.
Even better than that looks like $2 million. We want it to feel real.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's hard to
and
do.
you pulled it off. Well, folks, we're just about out of time, and I want to thank you guys for coming and spending the few minutes with us. Forever Into Space will be premiering at the New Jersey International Film Festival, New Jersey premiere. Greg is going to be there. Kelly's going to be there. Ollie's going to be there.
Yep. Some other people.
More people
We'll
from
have a
the
whole
cast
gang.
and crew, hopefully, will be there. Maybe the fellow who does the strange dance. The Cat Man. I don't know if we'll get him. Anyway, Forever Into Space will be preceded by Soap by Christopher Brown. And you know, as a curator, it's always tough to find homes for some of these films, but this one takes place in a bathtub. And since there are scenes in Forever Into Space that also take place in bathtubs, there was that connection. And Chris is going to be coming from London to be there. So we're going to have all these filmmakers on our opening night, Saturday, May 30th, in Voorhees 105, $10 general, $9 students and seniors, 7 p.m. start time. And hope you can join us. You need more information, go to our website, njfilmfest.com, or call 848-932-8482. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.